Yeah. Pop in, burning like this, ain't checking my wrist. Third is my shift. Rolling all night like flex. We look at the clips, these credits are lit. Stacking miles, I'm far away from home. I got what I wished for. Taking that risk, I'm checking my list. Marathon man, it's run legit. Can't let it slip when it's all in my grip. Talking too much, he probably not it. All that I did, cause I missed, time I spent. Yeah, that's that blood, sweating my love. Checking that tug, out of the mud. Rough only get picked up like a truck. Win in the clutch, that is a must. Wake up, get to it, ain't nothing about it. The only way to it is to it, no way around it. Before that we cruising like the Caribbean with mileage. I'ma always be solid, I'm a young brother with knowledge. Go do the science, dog. Always I'm like a pilot, dog. Look in my eyes, I'm tired, dog. The time that it takes, I made for the space. Gotta build my empire, dog. I make sales, not a buyer, dog. You don't compare, he a liar, dog. Stack it up till it can't fold, I just did 10 in a row, I just did 10 in a row, I just did 10, gotta go, Stack it up till it can't fold, I just did 10 in a row, I just did 10 in a row, I just did 10, gotta go, 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 go. Get up your phone, can't sit at the green light.
All right. That video. Somebody's playing some music. Is that Big Greg there?
We had to mute him.
I gotta mute him there. As you can see, we're back. District 2 Sports Pod. We're back with a familiar face, Joe. Joe, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, doing good, guys. How are y'all?
Doing great.
Dude, that was my walkout music. I was getting ready to interrupt the show because I just all of a sudden decided. I talked with the directors tonight before our program, and they said, give Big G his newest program. It's called First and Five. Okay, just want to let y'all know that. First and Five.
First and Five. I like that.
First and Five, yeah. So we'll go ahead and start this tonight. Thank you very much, Devin, for introducing me and letting me come out and cutting off Joe like I just did. I appreciate it. And we'll get into our 5 topics for tonight for the first, before we get into high school sports, of course. Since I have a special guy up in the top up there,
Matos,
who is related to me.
Matt, this is a family rated show, Matos. Okay.
That's
a little spell check going on there, Ray. Come on, man.
This is totally directed at my guy up there in the top left-hand corner of me tonight. I just want to say that the ACC did join with the Big 12 today, and joined the Big 10 and SEC. No pros in any program. Thank you.
About time. I don't want to take you guys so long. I mean, of course,
the
SEC stood up as the leader of the Power 5 conferences and decided they're not going to do this.
Well, let me answer that real quick. We were waiting to see if y'all were going to cheat any further before we made a decision. So ACC had to decide how much more cheating the SEC was going to do first. So since y'all decided cheating was done, y'all were cutting out Lane's program down there. They went ahead and decided to get on. Second of all, Braves going for the sweep tonight. I'm not sure exactly. I think it's 1-0, bottom of 7 right now. Got a pitcher's duel tonight. I told you boys last night, the Battery and Truist Park, probably the overall atmosphere is number 1 in my book now. But second stadium behind Fenway, it's always going to be that way. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. But what an experience last night. Oh, I'm in the ATL. Sorry. I'm in the ATL. It was a great experience last night. I saw a game last night, guys, that one guy was batting 133 and another guy was batting 068. So combine those two, that don't even get you to 200. Murphy and Kim win the ball game for the Braves last night in the 9th inning. It's crazy. Murphy hits his first home run of the year and doubles. Me and my buddy Les, my childhood friend Les, who I think might be listening tonight. He's driving home tonight. We went to the game, and we looked at each other. We said, Murphy can't hit his way out of a paper bag, do doubles. Murphy can't hit his way out of the paper bag, he hits a home run. I mean, it's crazy. So anyway, they're going for the sweep tonight. One message out to a special NFL player tonight. Jacobs for the Packers. I just got to tell you, brother. I'm just going to tell you straight up. You are going to make headlines one way or another. Don't pick your headlines. Don't pick the bad headlines. You know, all for the wrong reasons. Okay, live and learn. Let's get on with the season. Let's win. Red Sox at Yankees starting tomorrow night. Huge series. Sox are only 2.5 out of second place. We'll see. We'll see if they're legit. And last but not least, oh my God, the greatest show on earth is coming to a theater near you this weekend. And there's a major reason why this team was not allowed on Hard Knocks last year or this year. Look out, Dublin. It's UNC and TCU on Saturday. Oh, my God. I don't even know if this thing should be on TV, boys. That's all. That's my 5. Thank y'all.
All right. Well, we got the pilot of First and 5. We went from 9 viewers to 7 viewers, back up to 11. So I guess he succeeded in getting a couple more views there. I just want to say that was a good intro video. Still waiting on my photo credits there, my video credits, because I mean a lot of that was just shot from my iPhone. But
I don't want to say much, but I think the clearest part of those videos were from my phone. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know what program you're using to put that stuff together, but it's just, yeah, we need to work on that.
The best video was the boys from Glenver coming out of the locker room, which come from my phone.
I think that was me. Well, we're here. We're here. It's week 1 of the high school football season. We're here to talk some high school football. I don't know, maybe some college football tonight. But yeah, we got Joe. We might have Jerome joining us as well, another familiar face. So we'll see. But we'll go ahead and get into it. I mean, where you want to start? Oh, can
I raise my hand? Hey, so if this week is week 0 in college football, would last week have been week 0 of high school football?
It was.
I would say so.
Thank you. Just making sure.
Devin, go ahead.
No, I was going to say we got some games going on tonight. I mean, did you have something else you want to say before I get into those?
No, I can say if you want to mention something about last week 0 games. I mean, Rock Cove had a huge win over Lord Bottai. Was at 12-9. I think they scored late in the game to win that one.
So that was an actual game. That wasn't a benefit game.
That was an actual game.
Wow.
So, okay. I mean, Lord Bottai obviously has a new head coach. Lost a lot of talent from last year. That's a long trip down to Emory and Henry. I think they had like a 2 or 3 hour rain delay, lightning delay or something like that, weather delay. So a lot of factors there that kind of played into that game, but Rock Cove comes out on top 12-9. So that's huge. Ranked number 12 in our District 2 sports poll.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, and we'll get into these games and everything, but Lord Bottai, they have Rustburg tomorrow, so we'll see if they're able to bounce back. Big Greg, what you got?
Can we let the cat out of the bag about how we just moved up in the world as far as Roanoke Times? Do we get?
Joe, I wonder if Joe's done that in the past, or is doing that.
What's that?
Let's let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it okay to let the cat out of the bag about how we got pulled into Roanoke Times today?
Yeah, that's fine.
We will now have a vote in the Roanoke Times top 10.
Nice.
I mean, I think that's great. Of course, we couldn't come to a conclusion on that either today. I mean, talking about privates and high schools. So I mean public schools. So that's going to be fun too.
Yeah, I mean, currently I think they have Roanoke Catholic at number 3 in their poll, and then I think North Cross at 9. And to me, it's just always tough having private schools and public schools together. Like, they're not playing the same teams. Sometimes they do mix it up a little bit, but I don't think they're playing any public schools this year from what I saw on the schedule. So I don't know if we'll be putting those teams in there or not.
I'm gonna try to make this the last thing I say, but I kind of looked at that poll today. Devin kind of resembled mine and your poll from this week. Did it not? I mean, it kind of. The only thing I'm very disappointed in, and I was just kind of wondering, is Danville out of their poll or whatever? But I see that Magna Vista's in it, so I don't know how. Whoever's voting in this, I'm not saying a name, How GW's not in it, I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah, GW. I don't. They're not on the list that they
didn't even get votes.
So I'm not sure in terms of like the whole population of teams they're voting on. GW is not there from what I can see. I don't know if Gregory sees any different, but they must just be out of the jurisdiction or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see them even listed in like the list of teams I could add.
Well, they would get my vote, so I mean they got to be top 10. I mean, if you put Magna Vista in there, how do you not have them?
Joe, have you had a chance to look at our District 2 sports poll? I don't know if you saw it or not. What'd you make of it? Did you agree, disagree? Give us all your takes.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
No, I think, gosh, the first one's always the hardest, right?
It
because
is.
you just haven't, no one's really had a chance to like sift through anything and figure out who's really good, who's maybe take a step back or a step forward. So I just enjoyed watching the three of you guys try to come up with the poll. Obviously, there was some common denominators in there, but there was some really good scrapping going on over certain spots.
Joe, I like what you said there, the three of us, but let's just be real. It was two of us, or two of them, making all the picks. They were like, I don't think Gregory had a list. Joe, it didn't matter if I had a list or not. They agreed on 7 straight picks. What was I supposed to do?
It's true. He's already brought that up as well. I mean, he's man. You're on an island by yourself there, Gregory. I don't know what to tell you, man.
It's like crying over spilled milk.
Apparently, he has a favorite child that he wants to announce.
I know, right? I mean, this week I've we put out the poll. People had a lot of issues with it. Some teams here and there. They're like, well, I don't understand this. And then we come out with our snake draft, and everyone loves Devin and Big G. I was like, hey, who do you think had the best snake draft? And they're like, oh, Big G, Devin. Devin knows what he's talking about. I was like, this is making me sick.
I mean,
honestly.
Wow, I'm glad to hear that. I was catching so much flock last season, so I'm glad that I'm getting some of the fan base back on my side here.
I will defend Devin. I remember last year, Devin, you were getting a little unnecessary, taking some shots there.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. It just comes with the with the job, I guess. But yeah, there's our 12.
Everything can change after. I mean, the whole poll can change after this week. That's the whole thing. I mean, it can change at any point in time, but I just think it's a good start, and I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Joe, anything on there that you think? I mean, I think Salem's gonna be a lot better than what they are currently. I know it's only week 1 or week 0, whatever you want to call it. Salem at 8. I think they're gonna be much better than that. I fought for GW getting above JF and LCA. LCA, I have some questions. We'll see this week. I know they play Glenver, a team that Big G wanted there in the top 12. We'll see how that fares out. They should beat them by multiple touchdowns, I would think. We'll see. But I don't know. Last week, Appomattox kind of scared me a little bit.
Yeah, I think I also got to watch the LCA Bassett scrimmage as well, and that surprised me a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong; it's LCA. Anytime you got a school that they know how to win, state titles. You can't count anything out, and scrimmages are what they are. Obviously, sometimes you're mixing and matching kids, and you're trying new things. Some kids have learned the playbook, some haven't. But having said that, yeah, between the Appomattox and the Bassett scrimmage, I would probably the only thing I would say there is I might give JF an edge over LCA to start.
Yeah, yeah. I like it.
Just looking at our poll again, the one thing that sticks out to me a little bit is William Fleming at number 6. I mean, right outside the top 5. I mean, they had
it should be lower. Is that what you're saying, Gregory?
What was that?
He got to comment. He knows what I'm saying. So is Devin saying William Fleming should be lower than 6?
It's like that scene from Jerry Maguire. Where I ate some bad pizza and grew a conscience. It seems, I don't know. It seems like they might be a little high just looking at the poll now. But
listen, if they get beat 55-7 tomorrow night, they got to go. I'm just sorry, but they're gonna have to go.
Who's this?
But you know who they're playing.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a tough night. It's gonna be a tough night.
Talking Fleming here. So I have a hypothetical. If William Fleming beats Verina, if they were to pull the upset somehow, some way, would they be number one in your poll?
Nope.
I think they would be. Yeah, they have to be.
In the state. I mean,
Nope.
I mean that. No offense to Wayne Fleming. No offense whatsoever. There's
So
no
you
way.
can tell me that they can jump that high. They can jump 5 places to number 1.
I would say so. If
That's
you're
the
beating
best win. Plus, it being so
I
early.
guess I'm just looking at it as it ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, it is not.
Okay, but yeah, I'm saying like if it's so early in the season that no teams have really played, they would have the best win as a one win team so far. I mean, everybody would have 1 win. They would have the best win.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get into some current games that are going on. Well, that some have already finished, but Gate City. I forget. I think Gregory had Gate City 49-0 over Richlands. Union 42-0 over Lee. I think Union was my team. And then the shocker to me, Lebanon, last time I checked, was up 20-14 on Honacker. And Parker Lowe, Honacker's starting quarterback, did not apparently play since the first series of the game. Not sure if he got hurt or what, but that does not bode well for my snake draft pick. So we'll see.
Great. It looks great for me.
We'll see.
Looks great.
Lebanon was Lebanon. They were my team last year, and now look, I go against them, and they're doing me dirty. So, all right, should we get into this week's games?
Yeah, does Joe? I mean, Joe, I don't know if you have a couple games you want to talk about or in the area.
Yeah.
Can I say something to Joe first before he starts this? Joe, no, I just want you to know we don't have teams. We don't have. We're not biased here. I mean, just because Gregory's Christianberg and whatever. I mean, we just don't. We don't have teams. Okay, I just want to let you know that. I mean,
okay, all right. Well, I appreciate that, man. I don't know. There's, I could probably look at about 7 that I'll be watching, but if you narrowed it down to a few that are just really interesting matchups right out of the gate. Obviously, you got Reidsville GW tomorrow night. That'll be huge if GW can defeat the defending state champs there. But I'm really interested after seeing the tightness of the Appomattox LCA scrimmage. Appomattox has got Brookville. This is a game they lost a year ago, but that'll tell us, I think, quite a bit about where the Dogwood might sit as to how Appomattox performs in that opener against Brookville. I think that one's really interesting. Obviously, the LCA Glenver one, everybody wants to know where those two teams sit, having made deep, state championship type runs a year ago. And I'm really interested. I don't know if it's Gregory keeps bringing it up, but the Salem Glass game really intrigues me too.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was if I'm right, that was at Salem last year that Glass beat them. So, somebody like Salem, similar to LCA, Salem's been running 4D forever. That's one I would keep my eye on. I know Holloway's back at Glass, and there's some potential there that Glass could beat them again. But something tells me Salem's going to find a way to step up in that one. I don't want to start making predictions right now, but that one will be really interesting to watch as well.
I wrote that as my number 2 game, Joe, just to let you know. And, the reason why I did was it's time for Salem to put their money where the mouth is and for these boys to see whether it's fool's gold or not, okay? Just want to let you know that because I'll be the first to say I didn't have them in the top 12 last week. I mean, I admittedly said so, and I said the reason why. And it's their top 4 games are just hellacious in my book. So, anyway, everybody says they're going to win all 4. I say they go 1-3, but, hey, I can be wrong. But the other thing is the second half of that equation, let's see how Coach Lovelace has this team prepared for Glass. I'm at Glass. I just think it's time for them to get on the ride and stay on the big roller coaster right here and see what happens. And if you keep Holloway healthy for the year, I don't see why they can't be competitive all year and, possibly, I'm not saying that they do, but possibly be in the running for the Seminole District.
Big words.
Yeah.
I spoke too soon earlier, by the way. Honacker has taken the lead 21-20 over Lebanon. So my games that so obviously I think the Reidsville GW game is the game I'm most excited for this week. But another one that I'm really looking forward to actually is Ridgeview and Southern Gap. Southern Gap, I think, played their first game in program history last week. Got a win over Holston. So we'll see. Ridgeview is a bona fide program. So we'll see if Southern Gap can actually compete with them. But I mean, when you're combining like 4 high schools like that, you got to have some talent on that team. So we'll see. Another one I'm looking out for is Radford and George Wythe. I think that's going to be a good game as well. Radford is a team who we are all pretty high on out west. I think they got a chance to win their district there. I'm going to go with another one that people are probably not thinking about, but Lunenburg Central and Alta Vista. So last year, Lunenburg Central won 21-14. They kind of set the tone for the season. They go 10-1, and Alta Vista goes 8-4. But I think, or 9-3. But I think Alta Vista, this game goes a long way to defining what their season could be this year. So those are my 3 to look out for.
Hey, let me just impose a conversation I had today. See if anybody can pick this up and see who maybe I might have talked to and got a little inside track on. I've already declared it's your state championship to lose. No pressure, LOL. You and everybody else, man, we got a big one this week. Blank is good. Great running back. Can't win them all if you don't win the first one. I said it's the field versus you all. I say 14-0. Anybody?
Man, you were texting this coach?
Yeah, we were talking today. So I invited him on. He said it was a little late tonight. He had to get ready for his game tomorrow. So I'm just – but
Hold on.
I said it's the field versus you guys. And y'all know I declared a state champion, 4 state champions last week. It's one of them.
Oh, Eastside?
No.
I was like, you don't know Eastside.
This is my latest best friend.
Your
Latest best friend. I mean, who would you even – it's not Glenver. Not Anderson. You guys you shouldn't be best friends.
We're cousins right now. Me and Anderson are cousins.
Who are you talking to?
Is this JF or
No.
I'm confused. I don't know. You lost me.
So I said Verina's your state champion in 4. I said
Okay.
LCA is your state champion in 3. I said Blank is your state champion in 2.
like
And I said
Strasburg.
Oh.
Trip Lamb. Yes, sir. He said he would be on. He would love to join us at a later date. So it's just a little bit late for him tonight, and that he would be back soon. And I think he knows that everybody. He says everybody is declaring him a state champion. So I said, hey, no pressure. District 2 just declared you, and Big G declared you as the Class 2 state champion. So
Yeah,
got a lot riding.
And Isaiah says here, Strasburg and Skyline, 2 running backs over 2,000 yards facing each other. So that's interesting.
Me and Deb saw Quincy Williams last year in that state championship. That dude he's the real deal. Yeah, look who joined us.
Yeah. Jerome.
Hey.
Jerome,
Hey.
cast. Nope.
Yeah, just got back from my daughter's cheer practice in Stanton, raining like cats and dogs right now, but we had safe travels home.
We were just kind of going over some
Joe, nice to meet you, sir. I don't think we've met.
No, we haven't, Jerome. Nice to see you, man.
Nice to see you, man. Yes, sir. Doing good things.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
The game I want to talk about, I mean, Joe kind of mentioned this already, and Big G kind of did already as well, but my number one game I wanted to talk about is that EC Glass Salem game. I think it's the most important game of the weekend. Maybe not the game of the week, but the most important game for both these teams. I think it's important for both of them to get 1-0. Both of them finished 5-5 last year, or Glass got into the playoffs, finished 5-6, but both of them are 5-5, kind of similar seasons. Didn't start off hot at all. I think both teams only won like 2 games, their first like 7 games or something like that. Kind of got some wins at the very end, but I mean, Salem, they've looked pretty good in their scrimmage, their benefit game. Tanner is hopefully going to be there for a full year this year and won't have any injuries. Has that ODU offer, so a lot of people are high on Salem, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I think Glass, like you said,
Especially
what?
Gregory and Devin.
What are you talking about?
They'll be 0-4, and y'all will still have them in the top 12.
Wow.
I'm
And
sorry.
I think Glass, like you mentioned, has Holloway. They have their coach. They play a lot of good defense. I think they have to get back to their defensive ways. If they can hold Salem to, I don't know, maybe less than 21, I think they have a shot to win that one. But if they let Salem get out there past 21, 28, 30, I think that's Salem's game to take.
And if this game is close at the end, and you may or may not agree with me, if it comes down to a kicking game, Glass wins.
Sure
David's good.
that?
Yes, I'm positive. Yes. Dude's got a leg on him.
Yeah,
Gregor,
I think
you're right on too. Both these teams need
Yeah.
this win with the schedules that each of them
Yeah.
have. They've got brutal schedules, so any win you can get is really important as you go through.
yeah. For
So
me,
this
Salem
is City Stadium too, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I kind of in a game like that, I kind of like Salem because I think they're on the come up. They've had some good scrimmages, good preseason results. So I'm looking for Salem to kind of meet that standard that we're accustomed to seeing Salem be at this season.
Thank you, Jerome. That's wise words there. Another game I was Devin had mentioned a couple of the Radford George Wythe game. I think it's gonna be important. Radford's looking to kind of win that Three Rivers district. George Wythe there with the the Mountain Empire, I think is what it is. But another one I think is going to be really good this weekend to watch on Friday or tomorrow is Floyd County at Narrows. I think Narrows has aspirations to win the Pioneer. They're hosting Floyd County, who's looking to win the Three Rivers as well. So I think it'll be a huge game. We know Floyd County can put the ball in the end zone. So I mean, if they get to a high scoring affair, I mean, I think it's another thing where I think Narrows has to play some defense and limit those points. So if they get up in a high scoring game, look for Floyd to win that. And maybe another one. This is one of Big G's teams here. Graham at versus Bluefield. They're in Bluefield at the I think was it ranked number 1 in the high school stadiums in America.
Wow.
Graham has lost a couple kids to Bluefield, the team they're playing tomorrow night. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they react to that. From what I've understood, Bluefield is a great team in West Virginia. They look to have win a state championship there for West Virginia. So it's gonna be interesting to see that. Get them.
I had no clue until I did the research tonight. These teams, for some reason, I thought they were like maybe 30, 45 minutes away. These teams are literally separated by 3 miles. 3 miles is a 7-minute drive between Bluefield and Graham. So that just makes this game all the more special. I'm sure the whole town of Bluefield gets up for that game.
Oh, gotcha.
My last one I want to mention right now, what you guys go. Brookville at Appomattox. I mean, how big is that one right there? Is they're, I guess, same region. I think they've been maybe rivals in the past, or there are rivals. You have to let me know about that one. But Brookville wants to get back to their winning ways. They won state championships in the past. Appomattox won state championships. Both teams are looking to get over that hump. Appomattox look like they are on the up. I mean, they played LCA really good last week, so if they can win in that game, that's gonna be huge for their season. I think going forward and looking to win at Dogwood.
Yeah, I was crucified last week for picking Appomattox out of the Dogwood for some reason, and I'm just trying to figure.
It's not true. It's totally not true.
I mean, as soon as I go, let's pick the Dogwood. And then I pick Appomattox, and then I get crucified. So anyway, I think Appomattox shines out tomorrow night, and I'm going to take Appomattox the rest of the way.
Joe, I just want to say, I know you already had talked about Brookville and Appomattox. I know Gregor just really tried to steal your shine there. So I was with you. Jerome,
Yes.
what games do you got this week that you're looking forward to?
I got 3 per the message that I got this afternoon. And again, thank you for having me on again. First game, week 1 rivalry game, Rockbridge versus Perry McClure at Rockbridge. Big crosstown rival, kind of like the Graham Bluefield dynamic right there, not too far from one another. Whichever locality hosts that game, they're going to be up for it. And the opposite locality, they're going to travel well. But I'm thinking Rockbridge is going to get off the snide. They're going to get their first win in their last 11 in this one. It's going to be a dogfight, though.
Wow.
I don't foresee a blowout. I think Rockbridge they win a close one. They got incentive. They got motivation. We talked about it before. God bless his soul, Coach Roadcap. They got some motivation in that. He's watching over them. New turf put down, new fast playing surface. Rockbridge has got a lot of things going on. They want to start out right. So I think Rockbridge gets that one. And my second one was Bath Stonewall Jackson. Bath got some numbers since the last time we talked. They're up to about 25, so they got a little bit of numbers. So I think they got some flexibility, not a lot, but they got some. So it's better than nothing. I think Jacob Phillips, like I mentioned last time we were on, he's got that winning pedigree, state champion football player, just high IQ of the game. I think he'll find a way to get Bath starting on the right track, 1-0. And then my last one was Craig going down to Galax. Craig going to Galax. Galax, Class 1 power. Struggled in recent years, but I think they're coming up. They're going to want to make an impression. You got Craig, state playoff appearance last year. Fear the Wing. But I think Craig, they won a big one on the road week 1. Craig gets that one down to Galax.
Jerome, you had been posting some stuff on your account. I think Rockbridge has a new field too. I mean, breaking a new field too.
Yeah, they went from the Bermuda grass to field turf, and they just got it laid down within the past couple days. They got it laid down, seamed up, ready to go. That was the goal, to get it ready for this game, and they got it done.
I was going to comment too, Jerome, on that Galax and Craig County game. I mean, Galax with just I hate to say it, I mean, but just a disaster of a season last year. They're getting smoked by good teams. They're having to forfeit games. And I'm hoping that these guys can at least, field a serviceable team this year, but we'll see. I think it's a tough team to get week 1, that's for sure, in Craig County, who's got some experience.
Yeah, and I made the comment that I made because Galax just a few years ago, when Riverheads was a Class 1, it was always Galax, Riverheads back and forth competing for state titles. So like you said, Dev, you hate to see them down. So I want to see them come back up, kind of get back to that standard that we're used to knowing Galax being at. But another point with Craig, if you remember Grayson Overstreet from Stanton River back in the day, if y'all remember him, the offensive coordinator that Grayson Overstreet had at Stanton River is the offensive coordinator at Craig County. So I think that Fear the Wing is going to kind of take that next step and go to another level. And not saying it was bad last year, it worked out for them good last year, but just to have that pedigree of a coach in that system, I think that's going to take them over the top. Personally, I see another state run in Craig's future. I maybe being bold right now before week 1 saying that, but I foresee another state run in Craig's future.
And I'm still looking for my Craig County jersey as well.
Hey, Jerome.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to mention to you real quick. I know Allegheny's off this week, but they play at Brookville Labor Day weekend. How much are you guys kind of watching that Brookville Appomattox game to kind of get ready for that weekend?
Me personally, I'm paying attention to it because knowing Dustin Russell, the kind of coach he is, he's going to have his boys ready. And on top of that, they're going to have a game up on Allegheny. That's going to be another thing Allegheny's got to deal with. Not only a road game, decent trip, hour and a half maybe to Lynchburg, a game down on your opponent. Coach is going to have his team ready. So that's definitely one, if you're an Allegheny fan, you got to pay attention to that one. I'm certainly going to be paying attention to it, try to find some things to see what maybe Allegheny would have to get in store for. But Brookville played Allegheny decent down there last year at the friendly confines of Caseyfield at Booty Albert Stadium. So I'm thinking Brookville is going to try to take that next step, try to get that win. And personally for me, Allegheny, I mentioned transition the last time I was blessed to be on here. First 2 games are going to be the tell for Allegheny. First 2 games are going to be the tell because after those first 2 games, you're going on a monster district schedule. Allegheny's been kind of the big dog in the yard up until Wilson got on that throne last year. But Allegheny's beating these teams. These teams are taking these steps, getting prepped, getting better. So I'm hoping Allegheny with these first 2, they come out on a high note because they're going to have a gauntlet. They're going to have a gauntlet to go through in the Shenandoah. So Brookville, it starts off, then Greenbrier East rival game, first home game. These first 2 games are going to be telling for them going in. But I think Brookville, they're going to be ready. They're going to be ready to go. They're going to give Allegheny a game. So Allegheny's they're going to have to bring it. They can't sleep. They got to be locked in.
Hey guys, I'm gonna throw one at y'all because I just think it's got curiosity and just intrigue written all over it, just because of the situations where you got a team that's ranked number 1 in the state, basically, and not only they're in the top 8 in state overall rankings, and then number 1 and 3, and then you got Glenvar coming in, at LCA tomorrow night. Glenvar, of course, loses everything. Brody Doyot. I mean, he loses brother. They lose so much, and then they got to start off the season at LCA.
Yeah.
I mean, does anybody? I don't even know who's quarterbacking this team this year. So I know. I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you I love Coach Clifford. Does he have a chance to pull something? Maybe not a upset, but does he have a chance to keep it close tomorrow night?
It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. Way LCA played last week. I mean, still maybe have some jitters. Maybe it could be close for a half. Maybe they pull away at the second half. They get things together. What are you expecting? Are you expecting a 3-touchdown win here, like 21 plus win for LCA over Glenver week 1? Is all the transition?
That's kind of the way I'm looking at things, and I don't think that's a slap in anybody's face whatsoever. I would say something like maybe 35-10, 35-14, something to that effect. I just, it's just so hard and so difficult. And I've been a proponent. Y'all know this when we did the poll last week. It's hard for me to say, but so much good about a team that loses their quarterback from a year ago and that's been in that position for 2 and 3 years. It's just so hard. I mean, the experience is at its utmost, and I just, hey, but the other thing is this: there shouldn't be any pressure on them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Nobody expects anything out of them. So hey, why not go in there and just fight it out?
Yeah, shock the world week 1. Why not? Shock the world.
I think their biggest challenge is going to be LCA is really big up front.
Oh, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Glenver they fly around, they play hard at all 3 levels of their defense. I mean, they just play with a lot of pride. Obviously, there's a lot of pride in the program, well coached, and kids play hard. But I think they can make some plays in there that maybe upset what LCA is doing and keep it fairly tight for a while. But will they hold up under kind of the relentless pressure, kind of maybe to Gregory's point about the second half of that one? I don't know. How that plays out, but they're going to come and play top tier football with whoever puts the green and white on. They're going to come hard.
Well, we kind of saw what happened last year when they had a big line at Strasburg. I mean, even when they had the Doyots and all the other guys, they played against that line, and they just could not match up with seeing what you guys saw there in Salem.
And me and Devin saw that firsthand, and Brody was to be honest with you, their line, Strasburg's line, was so much bigger than Glenver's defensive line. I mean, Glenver was just so much smaller, and I kept looking at Devin going, why don't they put Brody on this side? Won't they? And they kept moving him from side to side. But if you're smart, you don't run to that side. So that's just a smart play. And Strasburg always ran to what I considered the weak side, and it was just utter chaos. Where I believe, if I'm not mistaken, those 3 running backs had over 100 yards apiece, and then the quarterback was almost at 100. So I think they ran for 397 yards alone, just those 4 guys. So it was just, like I said, I hope Glenver can keep it close. That's all.
So, I guess you go ahead, Dev. Go ahead.
You got it, Jerome. You go.
I was just going to say maybe depending on the QB, like you said, we don't know who he is. Assuming he has about 20% of the arm Doyot had, do you try to take the lid off the defense early? Try to get some quick scores, maybe.
Yeah, and it's
got to take some shots.
Well, and the other thing you got to remember too is this: not only was Doyot All-State quarterback and All-State defensive end, the guy was All-State punter. I mean, that's just another part of that, kicking game or special teams game that. Who knows? I mean, can they flip the field this year? That's the other thing. Can you pin somebody down deep and kick it ball away? So who knows?
Yeah, special teams definitely got to be special. That's for sure.
I want to say this. I know Gregory, he's hung up on that LCA scrimmage against Appomattox. Hey, the Dream Team lost to a group of college kids in 1992, man, and look what they did. I mean, I'm just saying, Appomattox is a good team. Okay, I think that LCA, they might not be a polished product in week 1 against Glenver, but I think they come out with a win, and I think you'll see a much improved team from what you saw in that school.
He's always trying to appeal to his dad somehow, having the Dream Team.
Listen, look, I told y'all a little story last week, and I'm glad Joe is here right now because I believe he can attest to this. In 1982, yeah, you'll remember this after I tell that 1982, this team GW goes down to Durham Hillside and only wins like 10-6. They had 1,000 penalties for this game, and who knows if they were legit or not. I'm not going to go into that, but there were so many people in the stands that knew, hey, GW only won 10-6, but everybody in the place and in the entire state of North Carolina and Virginia knew who the best team in Virginia was. So, you sit there and you ask every person, hey, GW's not that good. It wasn't that at all. They still prepared and they still got whooped. So I just wanted to let y'all know that it just happens that way sometimes. And you know what, though? It still said, 13-0, 14-0 state champions. So I just want to let y'all know that.
I do want to throw it to Joe for a sec here. So we got some games we didn't talk about down in Pittsylvania County. So JF goes to Gretna, Prince Edward at Chatham, and then Tunstall at Dan River. Joe, I mean, what are you thinking about all these games here?
Oh man, sometimes the games between the teams that you don't necessarily expect to win anything as it relates to like district or regional titles can be the most competitive and most fun to watch anyway. And I'm not saying Dan River can't make some noise in the Dogwood or Tunstall won't win some games in the Piedmont. That game a year ago was 49-42. We did that as our opening game of the week a year ago. And it was one, I think I mentioned it to you guys a couple weeks back, that, Tunstall they were leading that game pretty well for about 3 quarters until Dan River kind of made some big plays on them in the fourth, and athleticism showed up for the Wildcats. So that's going to be a really fun one to watch. I did watch the Dan River scrimmage. I watched Dan River scrimmage against Magna Vista, and I've seen all Tunstall stuff as well. It'll be real interesting. Tunstall still, they got some offensive line issues, if I'm being honest, and that's been true last year, and I still think I see a little bit of that this year through the scrimmages. Now they've had some tough matchups like with Carroll County and stuff like that, stuff you don't see every week, especially in the Piedmont district. But that one will be fun. You mentioned JF and Gretna. If you look back to last week, I told you guys a couple weeks ago, I mean, Gretna is like starting off, like they went and played like Franklin County and Cave Spring scrimmages. Then they played GW in the benefit game, and then they opened with JF. I mean, you're about playing above your weight class. Yeah, I mean, people have been asking me about that Gretna GW scrimmage last Friday. I wouldn't take a whole lot away from it, to be honest. I think Fitzgerald's going to be pretty good at quarterback there for Gretna. He's actually more mobile than Logan was. Logan was a better, more finished passer. You still got 3 excellent receivers there for Gretna in Breedlove, Jones Carter, and Tyson Miller. Mm-hmm. So, it'll come down to the trenches, I think, for Gretna as the season goes on. Having said all that, that opener against JF, man, that's going to be rough.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be real rough. JF returns just about everybody. It wasn't a close game a year ago. My big thing is, I know Coach Miller was hoping this would be true too. They'll do a great job getting the Hawks ready. But they only got 27 kids rostered on that team, and you got to play up 2 classes against the reigning 4D champions who haven't really lost a ton. That's going to be a real tough matchup for them physically. You mentioned one other. I can't remember what the third one was now, but
Prince Edward and Chatham, maybe.
Oh, Prince Edward and Chatham. Yes, the game Chatham won a year ago. Actually controlled that one. Is it a winnable game this year? Probably. Now, granted, you got a new coach in Matt Allen back at Chatham, so he's trying to get established. Chatham had several kids transfer out again this year. So that's going to hurt them because, when you're talking about a small school like that, you lose 3 kids, you're basically losing 6 spots because all those kids play both ways. Now they got some kids that are returning, couple on the line, and a good running back linebacker type. It'll be fun. I think it's a winnable game for Chatham. After that, it's going to get a lot harder for them, but it'd be fun to watch for sure. Gretna, I hope they just get out of that one, healthy and they'll be battle tested though. That's the thing. By the time Gretna hits district play, man, they will have played one of the toughest Class 2 schedules out there.
Yeah,
guys, I just we talked about all these other games, and we've mentioned this just a hair. The game of the night has got to be Reidsville at GW. It's got to be. And I got a call from home, I guess yesterday, that said, hey, possibly moving this game up to Saturday because it's going to be a monsoon tomorrow night. But I just checked the phone and looks like we're good for tomorrow. Looks like it's going to be good football weather. So I'm glad to see that. And because I can tell you, my hair will get messed up out there in the rain, so I probably wasn't going to make it out there tomorrow night. But, just throwing this out there, I know GW had a benefit game last week, or they played a glorified scrimmage last week. But Regional actually played a true live game against Northern Guilford. They win 35-14. How much does that give them any kind of advantage going into this at 1-0? I mean, you let me know.
I'd look at it if you played an official game as opposed to your opponent playing a glorified scrimmage. I think the team that would have played an official game already would have at the least a slight advantage, because you've gotten in that situation where you've been full game speed, full game scenarios, full game coaching, and strategizing. So I would think the team that played the full game, slight advantage, but team that scrimmaged, if they're good enough, able to answer the call and respond to that, they have just as good a chance as any to win that one as well. But I'd have to give the slight edge to the team that's played a full game already.
And to Jerome's point too, I would also add that, when you play an actual game that counts in the win-loss column versus say a benefit game, it just hits different. And that was a game that Regional actually lost a year ago.
Yeah.
They opened with that loss a year ago. So that was kind of a get-back game for Reidsville on their way to the state title. And don't get me wrong, and once they got rolling, they were really rolling, and they threw up 50 in the state championship game down there. Once again, for state title number 24 in the state of North Carolina.
It's insane.
Yeah, and there are already stuff out there for, trying to get – the Steelers were trying to get one for the thumb back in the day, right? Now these guys are trying to get, 25th state title, so they've got the kids to do it again for sure.
I think for GW, just for their chances, I feel like you maybe wanted a Reidsville coming in who maybe played a scrimmage game last week instead of playing a full game too. I mean, I think they already have a tall task going into this game, so that makes it even harder, I think.
So what is the key to success for GW? I mean, how do you win this game? I mean, do you try to slow it down?
Run the ball and slow it down.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to limit big plays by Reidsville. If you look at that game a year ago, they didn't make Reidsville really work, steady down the field to make big play. Now, of course, you got the big tight end went to Oregon. You had the Neal kid that was just like Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl. Nobody could put a hand on him practically. Both those kids are gone. Having said that, now Cawthon, who's number 2 for Reidsville, they've kind of slotted him into the Neal role, meaning Reidsville finds a way to get the ball in the hands of their best players. They'll move them around. They'll run Wildcat. They'll put them in the slot. He also plays defense, returns kicks, that kind of thing. GW will have to limit big plays because it can get out of hand quick if you're giving up big chunkers, for scores in particular, or even just big plays that allow a team to only have to go maybe 10, 15 yards for, 4 points. Reidsville's big up front, so they're going to be maybe not as big as GW. I don't think people realize how GW's actually bigger this year than they were a year ago. I think the transfer thing, I'm not going to harp on it too much. GW's had a number of transfers in this year.
Yeah, we don't call them recruits, Joe.
No, I'm not even going there. I don't have any inside knowledge on their processes. I will say this: last week in the benefit game, a whole bunch of those kids didn't play. I don't know if they're still processing information for them or what. Now, some of them did, and in particular, the Johnson kid that plays receiver, Dalian Johnson, he'll be one to watch. He does give GW a true game breaker at receiver. He's one of those kids that looks quicker than everybody else on the field, and he's brand new to the Eagles this year. Alex Brandon for GW didn't play in the benefit game. I don't know if people know that. He's the other 1,000-yard rusher they have in the backfield. Lipscomb was out there doing Lipscomb stuff. He's just a load to get on the ground. He just runs angry. I think he's going to have a huge season.
Joe, does it help that he changed from 6 to 1? Is anybody going to know that it's him this year?
I don't know if it helps or not. Maybe I don't think he needs any help psychologically is what I was going to say. He's just one of those. I think I mentioned him and Aiden Totten when we talked last time, Aiden Totten over at Tunstall. Those are two of the just like players I've seen across Southside just play physical and angry, and they have a high motor. They just don't quit. no matter what. But yeah, I think GW is going to have to figure out a way to consistently control the line of scrimmage and slow the game down, not give up big plays. But they're also going to have to throw the ball. I think they had like 1 yard passing a year ago in that game. And and they've been working at it. I will give them credit. I think Covington's come a ways with that. They've got the receivers in addition to Johnson. I mentioned a minute ago. They already had Josiah Saunders, about 6'3", playing out at one of the X spots. Then they added J.J. Chaney, who's about 6'5" or 6'6", something like that. They threw him a fade ball in the corner against Gretna, and this kid didn't have much chance. You know, he's also a basketball player. It's not just that he's tall. So you can throw the ball up for grabs some with those guys. But, yeah, they're going to have to throw it to really have a shot to keep Reidsville from being too aggressive in the box against them.
And that's what's baffling to me about without giving away my pick at this point, but that's what's baffling about the GW team to me is you've got a quarterback that can he can throw the football. You've got a big line that can provide him with protection. And it's just few and far between that I'm sorry, did I say that they throw the football downfield, So I'm just, it's kind of baffling to me because of course they give those running backs, 3 yards in a cloud of dust when they block, power block and stuff. So just kind of curious about that.
Yeah. The other thing I would just say real quick is Reidsville loves to pull linemen on just about every run play. Sometimes they pull the guard, but they love a GT pull. They'll pull a guard tackle at the same time a lot. I think the only way that GW, slows that down is the linebackers have to really attack the pullers in the hole. If they let those big boys get turned up in the gaps, it create, you put you on skates in a hurry. And with the athletes that Reidsville has, they just need little seams to get those kids through there, man. They'll be off and running. So I think if they can be really aggressive in the tackle box and slow that down and make the quarterback make really late decisions, he's kind of a body, the way he carries himself, Broadway kid, he's kind of a Patrick Mahomes type thrower. So he can throw off platform really well. He runs well, but he also likes to make a play with his arm. And so I think if they can keep him from getting out and make him make late decisions, that will help him as well.
Joe, my last question before we move on and get to those picks. How big a loss is Matos in that defensive backfield?
It's a pretty big loss. I mean, he was clearly the last couple of years their best defensive back. I know Ray's watching on here tonight, but I mean that's not really up for discussion. And they played him more down closer to the line of scrimmage a year ago, a little bit more like strong safeties type, and that gave up some stuff in the back end. They've added some of the transfers they've added in particular. EJ Linder that came over from Chatham is wearing the number 4 this year. He did not play in the Gretna game, so I've only seen him on film. I haven't seen him in person. He'll be important to fill in that hole a bit. I don't know that it's huge just because you still got to rely on the other guys. Against Gretna, I don't know if they'll do this against Reidsville. They played a lot of too high man under, which I haven't seen. I saw them run it in 7-on-7, but they ran a lot of that against the spread look from Gretna. I don't know if they'll do that against Reidsville or not to kind of keep a top on the back end of the defense. They don't get beat deep, kind of a la the Magna Vista district title game.
Well, I also heard the Matos' NIL deal brings in a little money for giving up that number 4 jersey there. So I just heard he was going to set that up. They'll be inviting me over for Thanksgiving dinner again this year. So thank goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I know we're about to get into some picks, but just some other games we didn't really cover going on around the area real quickly. North Cross at Hargrave, Liberty at William Campbell, Chilhowie at Marion, Eastside at Central Wise, Christiansburg at Carroll County, Broadway at Buffalo Gap, Allegheny, North Carolina at Grayson County, Southern Alamance at PH Roanoke, I think will be a good one, Giles at Blacksburg, Bird at Cave Spring, Bassett at Franklin County, Rockingham County at Magna Vista, I think Joe talked about, Auburn and James River, Virginia High and PH Glade Spring, Hidden Valley at Stanton River, Sharando at Amherst, Riverheads at Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy, Abington at Battle, Martinsville at Patrick County, and Rural Retreat at Fort Chiswell. And Nelson and Randolph Henry. I forgot to mention that.
I'll add to that Auburn James River game. That should be a good one. I think both teams have really good running backs. I think Auburn has a kid that's getting a lot of looks. So this is a Auburn team that what 2 years ago didn't play a varsity schedule. So it's good to see them getting some numbers there, and hopefully have a good season. We'd love to see that for them.
One of those that Devin just mentioned to me that's kind of intriguing, and we kind of mentioned one of those teams in that Seminole district, Amherst. I think they have a little bit to prove against Sharonda. It's not a great team to run into first week, I don't think, but that's one of those that you can fall on your face or make a good impression. So we'll see which one they do.
Yeah, last year Amherst loses 41-0 in that game. So we'll see. Hopefully they can bounce back this year. But
Devin, I just want to go around the horn and say where everyone's going to be at tomorrow night. So I'll be at the Carroll County Christiansburg game. We talked to Coach Seth Greer on the podcast. So if you have not listened to that, go back and do that. It was a great interview with him. Carroll County won last year by 14. Christiansburg, since they've won like 10 games, I think in 21 and 22, has steadily just gone downhill the last couple of years. So they're looking to bounce back. So it'll be interesting to see there. Carroll County trying to get back to the playoffs. It'll be interesting to watch them. So I'll be at that game tomorrow. Jerome, I'll let you go talk about. I think you said you'll be at Rockbridge, but go ahead and talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to Rockbridge tomorrow again. Just Rockbridge 0-10. A lot of emotions going into that game. Playing a crosstown rival against Perry McClure. I anticipate it being close. I don't anticipate any kind of blowout, but I just think it's Rockbridge's time. I just think it's their time. They got all the emotion going. They got incentive to win this game. You want to beat your rival week one. You want to get your season started right. And talking to Coach Rodenizer earlier on for our Shenandoah Pioneer recap show, again, he just told me that he's got some people in place that's assuming leadership responsibilities. He's counting on them to do the job. I think they will do that job. I think they'll find a way to get it done. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for Rockbridge to get off that snide, get confidence, see themselves win one, maybe build a little something for themselves. But they're going to have to earn it. Perry McClure's definitely not going to give them that ball game. They're not going to give them that game. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what Rockbridge does.
Big G, I think Big G and Joe will be at GW, right?
No doubt. And I'll stay on the other sideline for a little bit. Joe knows how this thing works. I run sideline to sideline, and then I'll come over and compare notes with Joe to make sure I know who everybody on the field is, make sure my numbers are the same. That's kind of the way I work it here because I can't count past my fingers and toes, so you know how it goes.
What he doesn't realize is I try to rotate opposite of him wherever he's going. It just, halftime's a little harder. I have to sit next to him at halftime. But
hey, Joe, how many yards you got such and such for? His stats are always way better than mine.
I think that one's going to be. I think that's going to have a lot of people. I know Greg always. And I understand why harps on, the crowds not being as big as they ought to be there. But I suspect, Reidsville and Danville not far apart geographically speaking. Mm-hmm. D1 kids all over the field on both sides of the ball. There should be a big crowd. Should be a lot of college coaches if possible, in the stands to see that one firsthand. I think GW, they kind of sleptwalked through the first quarter or two of that game a year ago. They got to come out the gate playing physical and fast. This is a state championship caliber team they're matching up against. It's not – you come out slow, you're going to get behind, and I think they'd be in big trouble playing from behind, especially if they have to battle their way through, again, the three yards in a cloud of dust kind of thing. So, but can they win it? Yeah, sure. Yeah, they can win the game. But, Reidsville's going to play with a high level of competence and confidence from the gun, and GW has to do the same to match that.
Thank goodness that no Carolina coaches will be there. They'll be in Dublin.
All right, Gregory, you got our games?
Yeah, I'm pulling up. I'm going to go ahead and get our picks ready, too. All right, I'm sharing my screen. Hopefully everyone's still here. Oh, yeah, we're still here. Let's go. Devin, game number 1.
Oh, I'm leading this off? Is that
I'll let you lead it.
All right, Bassett in Franklin County, man. So, who was the quarterback for Bassett that we said was no longer playing there?
David Cook.
David Cook. Gregory said that Franklin County looked good against Pulaski last week. I'm going to go with Franklin County at home.
Big G.
Franklin County has athletes. I'll take Franklin County.
Joe?
Man, I think Bass is going to want to make a statement. Yeah, I'd probably give a slight edge Franklin County, but I don't think it'll be easy.
Jerome?
Went to college down in the Franklin County area, Ferrum College. Shout out to FC. Got some good friends from the Franklin County area. Just knowing their football tradition, how they go about their business, I got to go Franklin County.
I will also go Franklin County. I'm
Wow.
a Franklin County resident. I need to stay in their good graces. So and this is also a Gregory versus Gregory matchup here. So in our snake draft, I'm guaranteed a point. So I'm happy about that.
Man, unanimous for Franklin County.
Yes.
Right. Whew. Southern Alamance and Patrick Henry. I'm going to go with PH here. I mean, we got them at what, number 4 in our poll? Yeah, 4 in our poll. So I'm gonna stick with them.
Big G.
Yes. Is it Fiedler? Is that his name? Coach Fiedler. Is that right?
Yep.
Might have to play everybody all 4 quarters tomorrow night, but hey, PH all the way.
Joe.
Yeah, I actually coached against Southern Alamance down in North Carolina. Hard-nosed kids and everything, but I don't think athletically they're going to match up well with PH. This game wasn't particularly close a year ago either, so I think the Patriots come out with a win.
Oh, well, I like how you played that right there. That was a good one. Can't lose that one when you say both Patriots going to win. Jerome.
They're ranked 4 in your poll for a reason. Crazy athletic, good team. Going with PH.
I'm with you. I mean, you can't have the number 4 team already losing in our poll. So yeah, give me the Patrick Henry Patriots. There we go.
Oof. Salem and EC Glass. Gosh. I think, was last year a fluke for Salem? I mean, I don't know. I think EC Glass, the thing that scares me for Salem is having to go on the road to Lynchburg. EC Glass is a team who plays pretty good at home, and they're healthy to start the season, obviously. I'm taking Glass in the upset here.
Oh my goodness.
He Pat McAfee us. He did.
Wow.
I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. That'll give them motivation. That's locker room or bulletin board material there.
Big G.
Listen, y'all know where I stand with Salem, and I don't make any bones about it. They got a lot to prove in my book, and for whatever reason, I love Coach Lovelace, and I love the fact that he's got Holloway back. I just feel like if that kid stays healthy, that those guys are going to be in the hunt all year. So give me Glass.
Oh, don't do it.
Goodness.
Go to the other side.
What in the world, Joe?
Well, first of all, Big G better stay on the Reedsville side of the field now after he said that. I don't think GW's going to let him over there on the home side tomorrow night. Man, this is a tough one, really. I think this could go either way. I agree with everything everybody's really said. I think Holloway is a difference maker for Glass. Glass is well coached. They're a very physical football team. Salem, on the other hand, they had the real strong finish to the season. They played the gauntlet in the first half of the season as well. I haven't seen them this year on film, so I'd be speaking, under correction on that one. Having said all that, if it is an upset, I think I might give Salem a slight edge in this one. I think that there's too much pride there for the Spartans, historically and otherwise. I think they come out and play a really good game.
I like it, Joe. Jerome.
I'm going to have Salem in the dogfight on the road. Salem wins a dogfight on the road.
I'll run it out at Salem, number 18 in our poll. I believe in Salem. I think Tanner Overstreet's going to have a big game. He's going to be big. I think, like I said, if EC Glass does not hold them to 21 or under, I think this game, I wouldn't say get out of hand, but I think Salem wins a high-scoring game. I think they have a good offense. Glass has to keep it low. Give me Salem.
I'll say this. I know I picked Glass, but I would be more surprised to see Glass win than I would see Salem win. But I'm going with the upset.
Interesting.
All right, Brookville Appomattox. I got to go Appo here.
Big G.
Simple as that.
Appomattox. I mean, I can't go to the Dogwood and pick the champion and not take them right here. I think Appo's all the way.
Joe.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Raiders on this one. Doesn't mean Brookville won't give them some fits and play them tough. It just seems like Appomattox is ready to kind of retake that next step back to where they were, a few years ago. So, I give the Raiders an edge here.
Jerome, a game you're going to keep your eyes on because you guys have Brookville the week after. Who are you taking this one?
Yeah, I'll definitely keep my eye on it. I know Coach Russell will have his boys ready, but we're going to make it unanimous, going with the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, I think Appomattox is on the up and up. Hopefully, I mean, after a strong start or a strong scrimmage against LCA, I mean, if we have LCA at number 1, I mean, nothing against Brookville. I mean, they should play them pretty well too, I would think. So hopefully get that win. So I got Appomattox as well. So 3 of the 4 games we've been all chalk. So that's that Salem one. All right, there's another one. Coastal and Dan River.
All right, Dan River, a team that Gregory is pretty high on as well. I got to go with my Wildcats, my alma mater. This is a game that Dan River, whenever Dan River and Tunstall played when I was in high school, we could not stay in Tunstall. This was the game that we got up for the most to start out the season. So I'm going to go with Dan River.
Big G.
This is a lot to think about.
I'll let you know that. I mean, you got to go to church with this guy on Sunday, so just be careful.
There's a lot to think about it in this one right here, and I think the absolute world of Kirkland Brown. No doubt about it. We go to church together. I see him every Sunday. But you know what? I live in Ringgold, and I'm kind of more worried about my house being burnt down than going to church making an enemy. Give me Dan River in a close one. I think it's close. Just give me Dan River.
Joe.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's kind of hard to shop at the Walmart here locally when you pick one of these right here. I already mentioned this was a 49-42 game a year ago. I think similar dynamics again this year between the two squads. If I had to give a slight edge to athleticism, that'd be Dan River. I think they've got some guys that can give you problems in the open field. They actually vertically burnt Magna Vista a few times in that scrimmage a week ago. That doesn't mean that translates to sustaining drives necessarily. I just think Tunstall's going to have to work at it a lot harder to finish off their drives, whereas Dan River might have a little more deep strike capability. I think this one's going to be tight as well. I'd give the edge to Dan River. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't come down to a field goal and Goddard wins it for the Wildcats. It's at Dan River as well. I think that gives them a slight advantage.
Jerome.
I'm thinking week 1, big game. As Dev said, game you get up for. If you're a Wildcat, you want to defend your home turf. Start off strong, make that big impression. I got Dan River doing the job, getting it done big. Week 1 at home, Dan River.
I think we're all going chalk again. I mean, I think Dan River, I saw them at Dogwood District Media Day. They have some big kids on that team. Some big kids. I mean, they've always had athletes, so if they can put it together, this team has a shot at the Dogwood. If they can put it together, they have the kids to do it, so it'll be interesting to see. But I think they do get that win against Tunstall week 1.
And last year was a 49-42 game, so we'll see. We'll see if it's a high-scoring game this year.
Evan, you talked about this one. This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah. Being that it's only their second game in program history, and Ridgeview's a pretty, they're a pretty stout Class 2 team. I'm going to go with Ridgeview on the road here.
Being that I don't know who Southern Gap is,
They're not many people do. They're new.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, and I apologize to Southern Gap. And that I know that Ridgeview is in a big league and is really good and probably going to compete for their district title. I got to go Ridgeview.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to jump on the Ridgeview bandwagon here. Although I think from pictures, Southern Gap has one of the coolest places to play now out of anybody. I mean, that's pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure it was Ridgeview that I saw knock off Chatham girls in the state quarters in basketball.
Yeah.
And man, that game was played at GW, which is about a 2,200, 2,300 seat gym. And Ridgeview brought a ton of people. So that kind of tells me the fan base travels as well. So even though it's at Southern Gap, I give the Wolfpack the advantage with a pretty good crowd behind them.
I like it. Jerome.
I say to answer your question, Big G, Southern Gap is the merge of Grundy, Hurley, I believe it's Twin Springs, and Council.
Wow.
Four high schools to make Southern Gap. I shared an above view shot of their stadium, probably the most picturesque view in the state of Virginia.
Yes.
Man.
If you've seen it on my page or elsewhere, I would say I'll go on a limb, most picturesque view in the state of Virginia for a football stadium.
Dang.
But with that said, if you got a strong opponent, travels well, no disrespect, but going back to what Joe said, if you travel well, that's going to help your team out a little bit. I'm going with Ridgeview, but Southern Gap, you got to, again, defend the home turf. You want to have a good showing, have some pride. So it'll be closer than the experts think.
Jerome with the Lee Corso pick there. I love it.
He did.
Not so
fast.
Not so fast. It's another chalk for us. I mean, Ridgeview as well. I think Ridgeview is experienced. They've been around a little bit longer, not too long, but they've been along longer than Southern Gap has. They're competing for 2D this year. I think they could possibly win 2D as well. Southern Gap, I mean, they did get a win in the first game. Did Ridgeview already play, Devin? I don't know if they already played or not last week if it was a scrimmage. So maybe it's another thing where Southern Gap maybe have a slight edge playing in week 1. I know it gets Holston, but still give me Ridgeview. I think Ridgeview is just too deep and too experienced.
Easy with that 2D state titles talk right there.
I said Region 2D. I didn't say 2D or Class 2.
I'm making sure. Okay.
We talked about this a little bit.
Oh,
Glenver and LCA.
Wow.
What happened? They couldn't even get a logo.
Oh, boy.
Oh
It should be on there. I'm not sure what.
Wow,
where it
that's,
wins.
dang, dude, that's,
Man, we're going to
that's-
be allowed to remember
I
next
don't know
week.
what it is. Wow. Well, I mean, I gotta go with the team. The only team who's got a logo on the screen right now. I'm gonna go LCA.
Wow.
I promise y'all, it was on there before we started, so it might just be a glitch.
Wow.
Big G.
God, Coach Clifford, I apologize, buddy. I love you to death. Think you're a fantastic coach. LCA all the way.
Joe.
Yeah, I don't know if I got too much to add to that. We talked about this one earlier a little bit too. I think the size and depth of LCA are probably a bit too much for Glenver. Bulldogs, I think, probably by a couple scores.
Jerome.
Yeah, Glenver gives the good effort, and again, they'll succumb to the size and everything else LCA brings. So we'll go Bulldogs.
Did Channel 13 right have Glenver?
Yeah,
What?
are they number 1? That's crazy. Wow.
They had
man.
Glenver number 1 on Channel 13.
I see that. Man.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Um,
Who you got?
gosh, I did not mean to disrespect Glenver like that. I promise you guys it was on there. I think that little code right there means that that's the picture. I don't know what happened. I don't know. We talked about this LCA. I think they win by 3 touchdowns at least. If they play up to their potential, we think they could. If they have another Appomattox performance, could be closer. Could be a game to watch. But give me LCA.
No wonder Coach Clifford has not
PNG.
responded to my emails.
I'm worried about the other ones now. Okay, oof. Here we go.
Oh.
I have a feeling this is going to be another 5-for-5 pick here. I'm going to go with Craig County on the road.
Big G.
I have some friends in Galax. Doug and Stacy. Stacy actually teaches at Galax, and I'm sorry. I love both of you, but I'm still trying to get me a Craig County Rocket jersey.
The all black.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
want
that's
it.
nice.
I need it bad. I've been begging. So anyway, just to make a long story short, Craig County.
Joe.
Yeah, I got nothing to add here, guys. I think this is Craig County's to lose, and although hey, you never know. That's why they hope springs eternal every first Friday night, man.
Love it. Jerome.
Big G. First off, I'll get in touch with Coach Dowdy up there or something. See if they can get you that jersey. I'll give him a holler on Twitter and Facebook.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With that being said, fear the wing, Craig County.
Yeah, Jerome convinced me earlier. I mean, I was already convinced. Craig County had a special season last year. Then you bring in that OC from Stanton River years ago. I think they're going to compete for is it 1C? I think 1C title. So it will be interesting to see. So give me Craig County as well.
And look, before we move on just a second, I want to shout out to Galax. I just hope this program can stay together and keep playing and keep the numbers up. That's all. I just want to see them be competitive and on the field. That's the main thing.
And this is a team that won a state championship, just 3 years ago, maybe?
Yes.
So lots of history there. I think Galax will get it together. This is a big one here too.
Oh
yeah,
goodness, this is a good game.
I just got I got to say. So hold on, I looked up the rankings real quick. Sorry to get off topic. So they have Glenvar at 1, Magna Vista at 2, JF at 3, LCA at 4, GW at 5.
Wow.
Heritage, PH, William Fleming, Gretna, and Alta Vista round out the top 10. Then Apo at number 11, Dan River at 12, and Roanoke Catholic at 13. So
either we know a lot or we know nothing.
Yeah, it's all subjective. All right.
Shouts to 13. Go ahead.
This is a game that I talked about earlier.
This is huge.
Radford at George Wythe. This game could really, say a lot about the season. I think we're all pretty high on Radford, a team we think they can win their district. I'm going to go with Radford on the road.
That's huge. Big G.
Okay. It's just something about the GW moniker. And Radford, they probably favored in their district, but they got to make that trip first week. I'm a slight upset in my book. I'm taking Wythe.
Oh,
not a bad pick.
Not chalk here, Joe.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Maroons play. I mean, other than some highlight stuff, I have seen Radford in person. I'm going to go with the Bobcats here. I think I like the way they play. They've got a little bit of a recent pedigree. I think they can go on the road and get it done.
Jerome.
I'm just thinking back. The last time I seen Radford was a few years ago when Landon Clark was there. Then they had his heir apparent, who's gone on to actually LCA, I do believe that we've talked about. So I'm not sure who the quarterback game is at Radford. Not sure if the offensive schematics are the same. And they do got to make that trip down to Wytheville. I'm going to give the nod to George Wythe.
That a boy, Jerome.
Man, I get a win. I get a point no matter who wins this game. I have both George Wythe and Radford. I'm giving a slight edge to Radford. I think Radford can win. Can compete for a Three Rivers title this year, especially with Glenvar being recuperating or just getting things together again. So give me Radford on the road. Ratty.
All right.
Floyd County and Narrows. We'll talk about this a little bit too.
Go. Narrows is kind of a feisty squad. They had a big win last year against Craig County, I believe. Oh, Floyd County at Narrows. Oh man, I think Floyd won like 7 games last year, 7 or 8. I hate to do it. I'm gonna go with Narrows at home.
Oh,
that pick kind of makes me nervous, but I'm gonna go Narrows at home.
I mean, look at that Buffalo. Look at the Buffalo. That thing looks wild as a buck. I mean, that thing is mean as I don't know what. I mean, I don't know what I'd do if I saw that thing coming at me. But you know what? Y'all know I love green and gold, like your Packers. Narrows all the way.
Oh, man. Wow. 2 Narrows at home. Joe.
Oh, man, I thought he was going to go with the Buffaloes there, but
not so fast.
I've seen Floyd County in multiple sports. I love the attitude that they play with. Obviously last year they had a chance to get to the regional title game, came up just short against Gretna, and something crazy. It was like 56-55 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think, Gregory, you mentioned it earlier. They can definitely obviously put points up for that reason. I'm just gonna lean. I'm gonna lean Floyd County here. I'm gonna go with them.
Good pick. Good pick. Jerome.
I'm going Narrows because everybody's talking about Craig County. Taking the Pioneer. Narrows has those same ambitions. They might feel overlooked. They might want to make a statement week 1. Say we're here too. We're just as good. So I'm going to go Green Wave at home.
Wow.
That's what I meant to say, Jerome. Instead of I love green and gold. That's exactly what I meant to say.
Wow, Narrows. I'm going Floyd. I mean, I just think Floyd's offense. If it's the same team that went to Gretna and put up 50 whatever and lost by a point, I think they can do that same thing at Narrows as well. So give me Floyd on the road. And then if I can get it pulled up.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's that you do not want Big G picking on your side. And that's the thing. Gregory has been picking by himself. Big G has been on my side the whole time, which makes me even more nervous. All right.
A couple more left.
Makes you a winner, Devin. Makes you a winner.
A little crosstown rivalry. Bluefield won this game last year. Graham, number 10 in our poll. Gosh. I'm going to go with – oh, man. I'm going to go with Bluefield in this one, y'all.
Oh my
Big
goodness. Wow. I mean, there's no secret here. G stands for Greg, and the Greg men will win. Give me Graham.
Joe.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know how to call this one either, but I will lean. I'm going to give the edge of Graham on this one.
Uh-oh. Someone mentioned Sussex just beat Essex 30-20. So Essex was a class 1
Yeah, maybe number 1
contender.
Yep.
Jerome.
G-Men ranked number 10 in your poll. In the poll, coming off a loss in this game last year, looking for the get back. I think the G-Men get their get back. They get it done. Going Graham.
Graham number 10 in a poll, like y'all just mentioned, but Bluefield, they're gonna be better, stronger. They're gonna win there.
Wow.
And Bluefield going to compete for a West Virginia State Championship. Bluefield wins this one.
Good Lord. My goodness.
Bluefield has a couple Graham players. I think from what I've heard that it's gonna be a tough game for Graham to get a W in this one.
Well, Devin, he made mention that if I pick the same team, that you're in trouble. Y'all are in trouble in that game. I'm just telling y'all.
Big banks take little banks.
Oh, look at this! Look at this team. I wonder who Gregory's picking.
Wow, I mean, what does that mean?
Christiansburg at Carroll County. Carroll County had a great year last year. I don't even know how many games Christiansburg won, which leads me to believe that they did not have the best of years. So I'm gonna go with Carroll County in this one.
BG.
Carroll County.
Yeah, complain him. Okay, good. Joe.
I was just looking up to see in answer to Devin's question here about Christiansburg a year. They were 2-8 a year ago. So, I've seen Carroll County already on film this year. I think that's going to be a tough matchup for Christiansburg. I give the Cavaliers the nod.
And just to reiterate what Joe just said, 2-8 keeps you in the poll with Gregory and Devin. It keeps you in the Super 12 poll. So I just want to let you know that.
It's just blasphemy. Go ahead, Jerome.
Christiansburg, I mean, that's a haul going to Hillsville. Just a long period of travel. And then you got to get up after that long period of travel. Just a lot of logistics to overcome and to travel that far. Going Carroll County at home.
Am I able to pick this one since I'll be there? Is that like where like Kirk Herbstreit is like a call the game? He can't really pick this one, or should I go ahead and pick it?
You got to pick.
Yeah.
You're not broadcasting or anything, so
if Christiansburg sees this and I pick Carroll County, then I might get some targets on my back after the post game. It's gonna be tough.
You already got targets on your back.
I'm going Carroll County. I'll be at the game. I got to pick the home crowd. I mean, I feel like I want to get to my car safely after the game, so give me Carroll County.
Nice.
And then our game of the week, of course, it's Reidsville at GW.
All right.
I'd like to go last on this one, please.
Do we think that our game of the week goes 5 for 5 on one way or the other? I think it could. Reidsville, Joe's already talked about it. 20-something state championships. I mean, they're just a powerhouse in North Carolina. GW, I think they're going to be, one of the top teams in Class 4 this year, but I think Reidsville is just too much to handle for week 1. So I'm going to go with Reidsville in this one on the road.
Wow.
I'm sorry, GW.
Yeah. Good thing you ain't going to be in Danville this weekend.
Joe.
Man, can I plead a Fauci here on this one? I mean,
he went COVID-19 on us.
That was awesome. He was plead the fifth on this one.
Man, you guys. Well, first of all, everybody knows who I'm rooting for, right? This is my alma mater. I came back and coached there after college. So yeah, I mean, you know who I'm in for. And do I think they can win this one? Absolutely, 100%. But man, there's just something, the old saying, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And historically, though, I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, prior to last year's game that the Rams won pretty handily, this game, I think it was like 18-2 was the record between these two teams.
Wow.
And most of those games have been real tight ball games. I suspect this will be a much, much tighter game. I do think GW will come out playing more physical and fast. But, man, a team that not only just won a state title but expects to win another one, it's one thing to win one and then you kind of like hope you can win another one. But it's like that is the standard down in Reidsville for the Rams. And from what I've seen on film, they've got what they need to at least get back to another state championship game. I give a slight edge to the Rams here. I hate to say it, but I think it's a tight ball game.
Jerome.
Well, Dan won't be calling you anytime soon.
No.
This is the first I heard of Reedville. I know of GW Danville.
Attaboy, Jerome.
Just to go back on what Joe said, the pedigree's there, the expectations are there. They know what they want. GW, I will give GW credit. They are good. They'll make this a game, but I got to go Reidsville in a close one.
Oh, golly. He threw a curve at me.
I mean, I won't be in Danville for this one. I can say what I want to. It's Reidsville. I mean, Reidsville's already got a game under their belt. Reidsville's won a state championship. I agree with everything everyone else has said. Nothing against GW fans. I did want you guys number one, but I still didn't think you guys were going to beat Reidsville. So, I mean, they shouldn't be penalized for this game either. This is a tough game. GW should not fall at all. I mean, I'm going to keep that number 3 next week too. So if they get the win, they're number 1 for me. So I'll put that out there too. If they get the win, they are the number 1 team in our poll next week. I'm saying that right now. So give me Reidsville.
I mean, your poll means nothing from last week. Your vote means nothing from last week now. It really doesn't. So once again, let's look at these. Let's look at these mascots. That ram is vicious. I mean, that ram is vicious. I mean, look at it. It's coming after that eagle, but that eagle's standing tall and proud. I mean, look at him. He is just standing there like, you ain't coming over here, bud. And so I'm going to stick with my pick I made 2 weeks ago. And if I remember correctly, I think it goes that song kind of goes like, onward Danville, onward Danville, fight, 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 fight. Silver and blue will pull us through, so come on, boys, let's give them hell. Onward Danville, 24-21. There we go. GW.
Nice.
Man.
Wow. Game of the week. So make sure you go
and I'll be there. So no targets.
Yeah, there you have it. Our picks for the week. I'll let them take it from here.
Yeah, no, I think I famously sung the GW fight song and then picked JF over them last year. So I can't even partake in that anymore. I feel bad, but yeah, no, I think it's gonna be a good genius. No, I think it's gonna be a good
line stepper. Look at Matos.
Me and Matos are definitely having dinner next week.
I mean, didn't he say he was Team Gregory earlier? Now he's not Team Gregory? I don't understand.
Well, we'll go ahead and call it a show. Joe, Jerome, if you guys want to, go ahead and give yourselves a plug. I mean, talk about where the fans can follow y'all and support y'all.
Joe, you go ahead first, sir.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you guys kind of know where we're at right now, but you can still find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, that kind of stuff. Just look up Dan River Sports. You can find it there.
Yeah, same Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Roundup Sports Network. Also, Weekend Roundup with Rome on Facebook and Twitter. No Instagram for the Weekend Roundup with Rome, but that's mainly where we're at.
And guys, thank y'all for joining us again.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I know y'all got to put up with my junk, and I try to have a little fun here, but it's always good to have people that are very knowledgeable about programs. I mean, it just means a lot to me, and hey, I learn a lot from you guys, so thank y'all very much.
Yes, sir. I learned a lot from y'all as well. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks, Greg. That's really kind of you, man. You guys do a fantastic job.
Absolutely.
And Big Genius, I got something special I'm bringing to the game tomorrow night just for you.
Me?
I have acquired something for you.
Oh my goodness.
And before we go too, whoever's coming to Allegheny sometime, we got to set that up, get that Coochie's meal in.
Heck yeah.
Jerome, I will be there. I'm telling you, I will be there at some point, so we'll set it up. Maybe be on the Roundup Sports Network and call a game or something like that too.
Oh, God, absolutely. Got to. We'll do that.
No, it's been awesome. Right. We'll see you guys throughout the season too. We're gonna do this every Thursday night, so we'll have different reoccurring media on here. So we hope to see you guys on here again throughout the season and pick some games and talk some Friday night games.
And I feel like I'll be 13-0 after this first week. So thank y'all.
All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.